Hi, everybody. It's Buddy Clements with the Great American Songbook Orchestra, and I've got a couple of Lawrence Welk stories. When I was about 15, 16 years old, I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Welk at a celebrity golf tournament here in Southern California. And I went up to him and I said, "Hi, Mr. Welk. I'm also a musician, and we watch your show every week." And he says, okay, well, So he said, "Well, here," and he gave me a very nice business card. It was embossed with his face on it and everything. He said, "Okay, well, maybe call my office sometime and we'll set up an audition." And I better go. So off he goes. And so I was thinking, well, maybe I'll give him more information. So I couldn't find anything to write on but a napkin at the snack bar. So I wrote down my name and address and what I played. And of course, I played tuba, and I listed some other guitar and things like that. And so I caught him in between, in the middle of the 18 holes. And so I caught him and I said, "Oh, hi, Mr. Welk, look." And he says, "Oh, it's you again." I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Here, I wrote down, and he's looking at this napkin, and he looked and he went, "Oh, I'm sorry, son, we already have a tuba player." So, and he looked around, he kind of crumpled up my napkin, and he couldn't find anywhere to toss it. So he tossed it in his golf bag. And so I said, "Well, do you still want me to call your office?" He goes, "Oh, no, that's okay, but you can keep the card." And I thought, well, thanks a lot. So I went home and I said, "Hey, thanks for nothing, Mom, but I talked to your big hero, Lawrence Welk, and he wasn't really, he was nice, but then he really wasn't interested. And I told you, and so anyway, she said, "Oh, well, whatever." So me too. So several months went by, and I got, one day I went to the mailbox and there was an envelope on Lawrence Welk stationery, and I opened it up, and there was this letter, and I'm assuming that he was cleaning out his golf bag and found the note that I had written. And so here's the letter, and it says, "Dear Buddy, I'm so sorry that I couldn't give you any encouragement the other day," which was several months earlier. He said, "When you are ready to get into the business in a professional way, you might send me a tape of your talents so that our staff can listen to your playing. Kindest regards, sincerely, Lawrence Welk." And of course, I've had this for so long, the signature is faded, but here's the letter. And he was very sweet. The tail end of that story is I did make a tape. It was when I was getting out of college, and let some time go by, obviously, and I was a much better player. But the response I got back from his office was, they were kind of phasing out the Lawrence Welk TV show, and they weren't listening to taking any new players or anything. But it just goes to show that he was a really very, very nice man. And I have a couple other stories because our paths did cross later on in life. And I want to also remind you that you can make a donation to help our little musical family, the Great American Songbook Orchestra. We're trying to do some concerts here in Southern California, and we've been prepping for this for a few years, and we're ready to go this April. And so our website is lovejazz.org, or we have an app, and you should download it. It's free. It's called the Great American Songbook app. It's free, and make a donation. We'd really appreciate it. And I'll be back with another Lawrence Welk story soon. Take care and keep a song in your heart.